go.
All right. So, Sergio Chavez here for 25cognitivebiases.com. At the time we speak, the site is #1 on Google. It seems to be a subject that's getting a lot of traction. And the guy that actually inspired the thing is sitting right here across from us, Lopez.
Hey, how are you?
Good,
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
I love the 25 cognitive biases. People always ask me about them.
I know, man. We have your secret, and it's actually in the back of this book. I have it all marked up, so we might even go a little bit deep on however deep you want to go on the subject.
Yeah.
Because you were the one that originally recommended doing interviews to experts on the subject.
That's good.
And you are an expert on the subject.
Somewhat. Charlie Munger would be a better interview, but he's 91 and a grumpy old man, so you might not be able to get him.
Right, man. So I guess let's just, since we gotta pick a point, I'll pick the one that you use the most, which is reward bias.
Yes.
And I'd like to go down that rabbit hole just a bit and talk to us about it, because we're gonna be making a lot of interviews, and it'd be great to know how you use reward bias. You know, some people might know about you, some might not.
Yeah. So reward bias basically says, you know, it's controversial. There's two things that most scientists agree drive most human behavior: avoiding pain and seeking pleasure. So when you're trying to market something, when you are an artist and want to sell your art, when you're a celebrity, if you're a car company trying to sell cars, at the end of the day, you're not going to persuade many people to be interested in whatever it is you're offering unless they perceive a high reward to it. And most people don't realize it. I'll give you an example. Joel Salatin was my first mentor. He said he's a father, he's got 2 kids, and he said one thing he never wanted to do as a parent was improperly reward kids. So for example, he said a lot of parents, when the kids do something wrong, they will say, you have to do the dishes, you have to clean the house. And he said what he did instead was reward his kids by allowing them to work with him. So he'd be like, Daniel, okay, you didn't do what you're supposed to do today, you're not allowed to work with me out. He's a farmer out on the farm. And when you do that, you switch the reward where the kids go, oh, work isn't punishment, work is a reward. And it changes the behavior of children, of adults too. So
that's like so prevalent in this culture. I mean, what's the reward? Watching TV and playing Xbox, right?
Exactly.
So now let's focus it onto you. You use reward in a very special way. It actually has gotten 1 billion views on YouTube.
Different videos we have got.
But you do it in such a masterful, crafty way, man. Tell us a little bit. Lamborghini, chicks, all this stuff. I know there's some genius behind it.
So, you know, my audience is a lot of guys, young guys, and if you look at what do young men perceive as reward, it's cool cars, it's technology, obviously pretty women. So I've done different tests. So I talk a lot about books, but most people, here's a good example of reward bias. To me, reading a book is a reward, but because of the way the educational system is, the average person who graduates high school or college never wants to read a book again because they perceive it as punishment. So for me, I knew that if I wanted to get a lot of people reading books, I wouldn't just be able to stand up and be like, read a book. I would have to associate, that's another 25 cognitive bias associate books with the reward. So I told people just a true story about how I used to be broke and how knowledge and learning and the things from mentors and books helped me be able to, you know, drive Ferraris and Lamborghinis. And so that went viral. But people liked the reward. And more importantly, going viral, it got a lot of people reading that I've never read before.
Right, but now isn't it going down a little bit the road? You're using envy, jealousy a little bit. You know,
right, envy, jealousy.
Oh my God!
I'm not doing that on purpose. Most of the cognitive biases, they all feed on each other. So like envy is not something that I'm trying to do. I'm not that envious of a person. When I see somebody who has something that I want, I tend to not be envious. I tend to go, let me reverse engineer what that person did and try to figure out how to do it for myself. So. But you're right. Some
That's
people.
a good lesson for the grudgers, for whomever. Like,
yes.
I've seen so many
Yeah, I
good
get
and stuff.
Yeah, you get haters, and that's another bias, delusion bias. So a lot of people, when they see somebody else getting something that they don't have, they'll be delusional. They'll say, you know, oh, that person stole it. That person did something illegal. A lot of people don't want to cope with the truth that success is a formula, and people who follow a formula, not always, life has an element of luck and fate to it, but people who follow a blueprint are more likely to have success statistically. And so what you have to do is lower your delusion, and when you see somebody who has something you want, instead of getting angry at them, go, what can I do to reverse engineer my behavior to drive? And you can actually use it as a reward bias. You can go, that person has the reward I want. And so it's like vicariously rewarding yourself before you even have it.
I'm gonna frame this part especially. I frame it for, here's the lesson for the haters, man. Ty,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thank you. It's awesome.
Time.
Yeah.
And this is the first in many videos to come on this subject. We got the granddaddy of the person. Well, here is a granddaddy.
That's the real granddaddy.
Here's
I'm
the
the
granddaddy.
adopted orphan child.
But it's amazing how books are something, because the whole pivotal thing that he's using here is actually in the back of the book.
Yeah.
What is it? This is page one. Psychology of Human Misjudgment. He actually called it the 25 Cognitive Biases, but it's actually the Psychology of Human Misjudgment.
Yeah, I kind of renamed it. I have my own slight tweak to it, and there's 100 logical fallacies. So the human brain's not very logical. Unfortunately, I wish it was more logical.
So you never know where you're gonna find the nuggets. This is the back of the book. It's
Yeah.
Page 456.
And that book has a lot of nuggets.
And it has made this man millions, so I guess we should listen to him.
What made that guy billions?
Yeah, there you go.
Billions, that's a good number. Trillions, not quite. Awesome. Thanks for having us.
Anyway, we'll put a link on the video so that you guys can find this stuff. It's awesome. Or you can probably go to, we'll set up a link, 25cognitivebiases.com/type.
Cool. Yeah, I got a lot of that in 67 steps. I got a business school online, a home study course that's an accelerator program, and I talk all about those. Those are the secret to really getting your ideas to go viral. If you don't know these, you're going to struggle.
Right. And step one is to get what you want.
You have to deserve what you want.
And it's actually from here too.
That is
so
also there. I take a lot from Charlie Munger. He's a genius.
all of your philosophical, it's amazing. It's an amazing book.
Yeah.
Amazing man. We're very lucky to have him. Thank you, Ty.
Thank you, man. Talk to you guys soon. I got to catch an airplane.
Okay, bye.